Welcome to one of the craziest Magic events ever. A vintage cube draft with cards worth over $65,000, but the twist is you get to keep whatever you open. Martin Jůza reached out to me a couple months ago to see if I could help document this tournament where people are going to get the chance to open up and keep some insane cards.
They're giving away what? A black Lotus?
We are basically cutting off an edge. The beauty.
That part should not be on camera.
Adrenaline's pumping.
I was just kind of in shock.
It will take lots of luck.
We haven't even sleeved the cards yet.
I'm a little nervous, yeah.
My watch detected a shock and it was like dialing 911.
Martin, walk me through this plan here.
6 years ago, I was qualified for a beta draft. We were cracking beta packs. I actually happened to open a time walk.
Time walk.
What? Look at Martin's face as he takes his time walk.
It was one of the best experiences of my Magic career.
Because of this, Martin started pitching an event idea to Daniel at Ultimate Guard.
A vintage cube draft where the players would keep their cards.
That's a cool concept.
It's a cool concept, but it's very expensive. Next step was let's talk to Magic Online. Basically, if it wasn't for Ryan Spain on the other side, I don't think this whole thing would have happened. At the end of every week, we're gonna get this one winner that's gonna be qualified. There's gonna be exactly 8 winners.
Players were able to enter the qualifiers for just $6 from the comfort of their own home.
Everybody gets their flight and hotel paid for to MagicCon Las Vegas, and they get a seat at the vintage cube draft. We want to show the world that Ultimate Guard is not just a company that produces TCG accessories. This is just the beginning of all these really cool projects that we're going to be doing. We created so much excitement and so much buzz in the community, it actually got covered by IGN.
So this event is growing beyond just the Magic community.
Now the fun begins, going to Vegas and drafting with Power 9.
I mean, all right. When do we start?
The nice thing about a slot is that if a slot is all one kind of thing, a pack is guaranteed to have that thing in it.
Cool.
And it just spreads all that stuff around.
Ryan, Tony, Aaron from Magic Online. Here's a trophy. We already have a deal with the hotel across the street. They're going to fill it with margarita. That part should not be on camera.
We're just practicing for Saturday. We haven't even sleeved the cards yet.
So do you want me to sign it like just on
the card? You can take it out of the sleeve? Yeah. Take it out of the sleeve?
Out of the sleeve? Okay.
Yes.
You're that important. You get to damage cards.
Hold up, I know what you're thinking. Why is Frank Karsten, the Magic Math Wizard, signing his name on the back of a $200 piece of cardboard? Well, for this cube, we're bringing together 24 different creators, game designers, and Magic players to each sign a card that has some special significance to them.
The professor signed at Tolarian Academy. There's literally 1 million people who would probably kill for that card.
And for every draft pack, we're putting in one of these 24 signed cards that during the event, the players will get to play with and keep, alongside the infamous Black Lotus.
How are you actually going to handle the Lotus that is currently, in a slab?
Oh, we're cracking the slab.
Okay.
Lucas is going to bring the tools to properly crack that Lotus.
Now, what I found out is that running an event like this actually requires the cube's value to be checked for legal reasons. But we didn't want to just go off of price alone.
One of the things we used to do, a lot more than we do now, is take famously broken cards and try to make a fair version of it.
We'll start with the big one.
Yeah, with the beauty.
Free the flower.
So what we're going to do is we are basically cutting off an edge.
All right, proceed.
Ryan, how nervous does this make you?
Clearly, 0 mana for 3 mana of any color. That's crazy. But maybe just 1 mana. It was called Lotus Petal. That was the name I gave from the very beginning.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Everybody knows the famous clip of Gabriel Nassif's Cruel Ultimatum play. We actually got that original ultimatum from his deck and had him sign it as one of the 24 signed cards in the cube.
So, as you said, the front is beautiful. The back, I have seen some play. So a lot of the value sits in the Power 9. And we have seen the Lotus, which is a wonderful player's copy.
What's the price roughly?
Between 68 and 70,000.
68 to 70. We cleared it.
It is 9 a.m. MagicCon is now open to the public. Martin and I have decided to go down to the main floor where the Ultimate Guard booth is, and we're going to film a couple of interviews. So should be a busy day.
You nervous at all?
I'm a little nervous, yeah. To make sure that everything's great. We want to make sure that the players have a good time. We want to make sure that the casters have a good time. Everybody watching has a great time.
And it's a lot of little details, but we want to make sure we get everything right.
What else needs to happen between now and when the tournament kicks off?
We need to run the tests. The tests are important. You know, the glare, the foils, all that. We need to make sure that that is taken care of. It is a little stressful, but you know.
I love Cube. It's one of my favorite formats in all of Magic the Gathering. I love cubing all the time. And the fact that not only is this a vintage cube with some of the strongest cards ever in Magic, Black Lotus, the Power 9, plus you get to keep the cards you draft, that's crazy.
All these people are lined up here waiting to play against CGB, covered Go Blue.
They're giving away what? A Black Lotus? Wait, they're just giving that out?
It's like the dream of every Magic player to have one.
That's absolutely madness, right?
I'm going to be doing coverage of the Vintage Cube live event, and I couldn't say no to this job because this is such a unique and cool event.
I even tried myself on it. I was trying to qualify for it.
I took a couple shots to try to qualify for the Vintage Cube.
It's so cool you can like win a qualifier in Magic Online and end up in a draft where you win a Black Lotus or a Moxen or something.
I would definitely try to play for a Black Lotus. Whether I'd win it, that's another story.
Made it as far as the 64-player qualifier events, but it's tough out there. There's a lot of really, really good players.
Right, the players. After 8 weeks of tournaments on Magic Online, we have our finalists.
Am I nervous? I mean...
Oh yeah. No, I'm just excited to be here. Not nervous?
Not really. I'm just really excited for the event.
I would say I'm more excited than nervous.
The format for this event is Rochester Draft, which means the players will take turns picking from packs of face-up cards.
Rochester combined with the Vintage Cube might be probably the most skill-intensive format I can think of.
Coincidentally, 2 of the finalists happen to be a father-son duo.
We did a lot of prep together. It's nice because I get to spend a lot of time with him.
The Rochester draft? No, I've never played a Rochester draft.
Do you think you're going to beat him?
I think we're pretty evenly matched.
This cube is very different from the one that we qualified on, and so a lot of the cards that I relied on are not there anymore.
I think I could beat him, yeah.
I play Magic for life, so I'm not nervous. I want to play.
How long did it take you to qualify for this event?
It took one draft, cheapest Vegas trip. Paying more in parking every day than I paid to enter the tournament.
This is awesome tournament. I'm really happy and hope it stays around for a long time.
Oh, yeah, that might be a problem. I'll get my laptop real quick.
We're just rushing to make sure everything's ready to go before the event starts and making sure everything goes according to plan.
So we are here, Reid.
This is like the coolest thing ever.
It's about $65,000.
Yeah, and that's all going home with the players.
Okay, here we go. The first pack is up, and as you can see, they're going to be laid out across the table.
Everything is face up.
All of the first packs were pretty uneventful until...
Ooh, Demonic Tutor. Oh, and there's a Time Twister. We've got ourselves some power here, baby.
And it just kept going.
Oh, and there's a Mox Jet in the last slot.
Whose pick is it?
Oh, and it's going to Lucas.
He's got the Time Walk and the Mox Jet.
Everything just seemed to be going perfectly for Luca.
Oh, sweet Ancestral Recall has showed up as well.
Don't tell me this is Lucas.
Is he going to get Ancestral Recall and Time Walk?
It was pretty crazy. I was just kind of in shock.
Look at that smile on his face. He is. Who is this kid? That's incredible.
I got really lucky. I opened 3 power. I'm very happy.
Wise Drafter's Will. Vehemencer, Azoria Signet, Lodestone Gold, Ignoble, Careful Study.
I wouldn't mind
Chariot.
Just slotting myself in as the green Mana Dork drafter if I was in this position.
Is that the Wise Drafter's Will from Kai up there in the upper left?
Hey, it is. That's Kai's.
That's awesome. Oh, there's Black Lotus. It's here. They opened it. Oh my God.
I thought everybody was clapping for the regrowth.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow, my heart.
My watch registered that as a fall because it detects my heartbeat going up, and it like detected a shock, and it was like, SOS, dialing 911, you have fallen. I was like, no, I didn't fall.
It detected my heart rate going.
That is Magic's
icon.
History and icon right there.
Now, I know what you're thinking. It's over. We saw who got the Black Lotus. That's the most exciting part. But what I may have forgotten to mention is that at the end of the draft, there's going to be a bunch of packs left unopened. Among them being a couple Moxes. And the winner of this event is not going to just be walking away with the cards they opened during the draft. but all the unopened cards as well.
I saw a lot of the power cards were still not open, so I'm just hoping to, make my deck stronger in the end to try to win the rest of the cards.
I'm still pretty enthusiastic. Adrenaline's pumping.
My deck is kind of bad, but I think everyone's deck is kind of bad.
Regarding my deck, it's a train wreck. Not as happy as I could be, I suppose. It will take lots of luck.
I'm feeling pretty good. I have a deck that can win on turn 2.
I decided early on to go red-white with my deck, and every bomb in red-white just came to me.
I think I have a pretty good deck. My mana is just very bad, but my deck is really good.
That whole family was cleaning it up last night. Was it 4 pieces of power or something?
Yeah, it's the two guys, they're sitting next to each other, and keep in mind the players, they randomly drew their seats when they got to the table. The packs were already there, and they opened 4 pieces of power between them. It could not have been more random, which people are like, dude, this was rigged. Like,
just the crazy thing.
Yeah, GL this weekend, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, the Lotus has been open, and we got a really exciting, cool moment, but the players are still playing for 3 pieces of power. I think this binder is worth roughly $20,000.
We've got an awesome stream to send you to. We're going to start hosting over Ultimate Guard Live the Vintage Cube Draft, and the cards that weren't drafted all go to the winner.
We've got the vault here, with the 1/3 of the cube, 180 cards that were not, randomly inserted into the booster packs. They are up for grabs, so this is the prize.
All right, players, welcome to round 1. As always, you have 50 minutes. Please begin.
Alright, here's how we're going to condense 5 hours into 5 minutes. If you want to see the full games, you can watch them right here on the Ultimate Guard channel, which subscribe by the way, but for now, we'll just show you the highlights.
All right, we are underway here. Can you imagine what it's like to be Daniel right now? It's just like Mox, Mana Vault, Ancestral Time Walk.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
And now we have a 2 turns early Scarab God.
Daniel fighting the good fight, being severely outgunned in terms of the raw power of the cards and his draw, but he's still in it.
Oh my gosh, Snapcaster Mage, really, Luca?
Time.
And that's exactly what Daniel says. I've seen enough. Luca picks up the first round.
We began to see our first set of winners emerging, with Rex, Fernando, Luca, and Chris. But unfortunately, some of the players were not lucky enough to be moving on.
I'm quite disappointed, but I suppose my deck wasn't better.
I would love to redo the register draft part.
It was a tough draft to navigate.
So that's going to be game number 1 going to Fernando Garcia.
Voidwalker
looks like we're already
on the battlefield
underway
again, but Rex with a really, really nice start, actually.
Lotus is a heck of a card, Reid, and he's going to reveal the mountain, and the mountain is going to get the job done. Fernando Garcia is going to pick up his semifinal win. Chris took game 1 by casting Eureka and put Kozilek and Emrakul into play.
So it's a cool game. I mean, Chris took his shot with the Kozilek, but Luca has had the answers, systematically dismantled everything, and now Chris is playing off the top.
Okay, and that's not going to get it done. Luca is going to advance to the finals. We got to set up for our finals, and it's going to be Luca versus Fernando. There's Luca's list there. Hit you over the head cards like Ancestral Recall.
But
this is Fernando's deck here, the Triple Dragon deck. We've gotten a chance to watch Fernando in both the quarters and the semis. He's playing really, really well, and this deck definitely has the tools to win. Tons on the line between these two players. This has to be one of the high-stakes cube matches ever played.
Really would love to get in the head of Luca and find out, like, what is his goal with this Wandering Emperor? Like, here it feels like he's playing it just a little behind schedule.
Wait, that was end step Ice? Your Colonnade so that he could play Thundermaw Hellkite and not get countered.
One crazy turn of events.
Oh, Double Dragon Glorybringer's out now.
Double Dragon, super strong here.
Confluence.
Mystic Confluence.
He's going to use this to draw 2 cards and mana leak the Glorybringer.
Swords to Plowshares targeted Thundermaw Hellkite, and Fernando made the value judgment that he was going to sacrifice it to Goblin Bombardment, so basically valuing 1 point of Luca's life total more than 5 points of his own.
This has been a great game so far, very back and forth.
Yep.
But Luca was able to steal a dragon.
So that is game number 1 going to Luca. Yeah, Swords to Plowshares doesn't really help here. Luca does not look happy about this. Fernando is like, can I have it? Thank you very much.
I think Fernando has walked Luca into a really bad spot here. Board Sweeper or bust. Needs a 6th land for that.
Yep, real bad.
Real bad.
Lando? There is a land. And there it is, Winds of Abandon. And Fernando says, I did all that work. Oh, we got a game here. Oh, geez, there's Elspeth off the top. for Luca. What a rip!
Oh, and he found Spell Seeker for Time Walk, shortening the clock by 1 turn. That's it.
Vindicate, and that is going to do
over,
it.
Marshall.
Luca takes it down. You know what's better than 3 pieces of power? 4, and that's exactly what Luca is going to have. Oh my God. Congratulations to Luca and Fernando, played beautifully.
Awesome stuff, some unique cards that nobody else in the world has access to, and just a great memory, hopefully.
Yeah, all right, we've got Luca here.
Luca, congratulations, you just won.
First things first, you get a trophy, so congratulations for that.
Damn. Yeah, well done, Luca.
It's going to you. Congratulations again. Great job.
They'll be flying home in the private jet here.
Luca, good job, buddy.
The cube itself, the gameplay, the whole concept of the event, I just give it an A+.
This is a really special event, and it was really fun to be a part of it.
It hasn't really sunk in yet, but it feels great.
I think this will go down as one of the craziest events in Magic's history, and I'm so glad I was able to be a part of it. And maybe, in the future, we could make this once-in-a-lifetime event happen for a second time.